is the 28th of July 2023. Good morning and welcome to the Mid Morning Show. I'm so happy you are able to join us this morning. My name is Mary Oswero.
And my name is Regina Ayanai. Good morning to all farmers. Welcome to this amazing show. So sit back, relax, brew that fresh coffee, and then get ready to gain upper hand upper hand information against this pest and disease control.
So today we are continuing with our topic that we had yesterday. This is the part 2 of pest and disease management and control in our maize. So make sure you tag along with us. We are live on Facebook at a Farmers Media. We are live on YouTube at a Farmers Media, on Twitter at afarmers with a Z_media, and on our website www.afarmersmedia.com. And first of all, good morning, Ayan.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
How's your morning?
My morning was so good. Yeah.
Are you ready for the continuation of yesterday's topic?
Yes, I'm very ready. And to all farmers, here is to a healthy, bountiful harvest. Stay tuned because the mid-morning show is about to start now.
So you can take us through the weather.
Okay. So the weather today in Mombasa, it is most cloudy with a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius. In Kajiado, where we are right now, in Kitengela, it is cloudy. 18 degrees with 18 degrees Celsius, and then in Kisumu it is most cloudy with a temperature of 23 degrees Celsius, and in Nairobi it is 17 degrees Celsius and it is most cloudy.
So it seems the weather is not changing that much. Each and every day we are just talking about most cloudy.
Yeah, but today it is in Kajiado it is cloudy. Yesterday it was partially cloudy, but today it's most cloudy. Didn't you realize that today when you woke up in the morning, you were feeling there was cold?
Well, I didn't even notice that because in my mind, I'm always used to Kitengela is just cold. Ni vumbi too, but Kitengela is just cold. So I'm just assuming that Kajiado should just be cold.
Yeah, for me today I was feeling a lot of cold. Like I was so stressed. I didn't even want to wake up in the morning.
But you have to work.
Yeah, but I have to work anyways.
So today we are still continuing with our topic that we started yesterday. We promised that we will be back today with the part 2. We are the experts of today and we'll be educating you on pest and disease control and management. This is a Farmers Media where we connect, learn, and grow. So ensure you always tune in to the mid-morning show from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. We are here every day from Monday to Friday. So ensure you're always in because we have new topics each and every day. And if we do a topic and you feel you're not satisfied, there's always a part 2. Like yesterday, tuliwacha hanging kidogo because of time. But today we are here and we'll try to exhaust most of the points that we left out yesterday.
Yeah, and to all farmers, small-scale farmers, large-scale farmers, tune in because we are going to tell you how to get rid of these pesky intruders so that your farms will be able to grow well. And to also those people who practice small agricultural farming, like maybe you have a small farm behind your house, or you are planting these farms, the ones they are practicing using the containers. You are practicing those kind of small farms. Here is to a new information. You'll be able to understand this. And first of all, I would like to ask you, Mary, have you ever tried planting any type of crops?
Yeah, I have. Actually, when I was young, I loved farming. But venye nilikuwa mkubwa, I don't know what happened. I've planted sukuma wiki.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was just in a kitchen garden. And then, back then, we used to go to our big shamba to plant maize and beans mostly. It was so much work. I loved it back then, but I don't know what happened to my adulthood because right now if you tell me to go to the shamba, I just think twice. Yani naenda tu juu umeniforce, but now that I'm in a farmers, itabidi I just get back to farming well.
And for me, I used to love a lot, like going to the shamba, especially when the crops are very mature. Because when you go there, we will carry food and eat in the garden, and then my mom will carry matchbox, and then we make a fire and in some areas. There is a small house that has been built at the end of the farm. We make fire and then we cook maize. So I used to love that because I used to go to the shamba and cook maize and eat millet. You know, millet they eat when it is already in the garden before it is dry. Yeah, you can
I've never
eat millet.
tried that.
Yeah, you can eat millet while it is in the shamba.
Okay.
Yeah, if it is
How does
still
it
green
taste?
and wet, it's sweet. Yeah, it is.
I should
very
try
sweet.
that.
Yeah.
Have you ever planted sugarcane in your place?
No, our place doesn't grow except in some areas such as Maralal. They
Oh.
plant sugarcane.
I think I loved planting sugarcane, but now that my sugarcane were not working out well, they were not growing as expected. I was so much used to going to people's shambas and taking their sugarcane. That was being a thief. I was just
And by the way,
I was cheeky.
I've never understood how people grow sugarcane.
You have never?
No, I don't know even what are the seedlings they use.
No,
or they
actually,
use
actually,
what.
just okay for the sugarcane. The way we do it in our place, you see the way the stem. Actually, in sugarcane, we just take the stem, the juice from the stem now.
Okay.
There's always the upper part. I don't know how I should call it. The green part. Hiyo part kuna venye huwa inawashawasha. There's a green part.
Yes, the one
The
in
tip.
the upper.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen that.
Yeah, you take that one, then you just plant it as if you're planting napier grass. Actually, sugarcane is just planted like the napier grass are planted. But now sugarcane, after you planted your sugarcane, you can harvest it the first time, and then after harvesting, the ones that are remaining, because you don't remove the roots, the ones that are remaining, sugarcane can stay up to 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
up to 3 years in a farm. Kazi yako tu ni weeding. You just weed each and every time. After harvesting, you weed. Then the new ones will just grow. It's only a struggle when you're starting. After you've started and it has done well the first time, you're good to go. You can harvest it for like 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after 3 years is when you can have another type of crop in that farm. You can't have any other type of crop when sugarcane is still in your farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Then that is a great
It's a
idea.
good business and it's a good
it's a good idea.
And when you start that sugarcane farming, as long as it's good, if harvesting imeanza kukua sawa, you do well definitely.
Yeah, back to the topic of the day of controlling pests and diseases in your farm.
Yeah.
And I'll start by telling you about the pests that may be found in your farm. One of the enemy of the farmers, enemy of the farmers, not now enemy of the people. So yeah, it can be enemy of the people, but now let's say it's an enemy of the farmers. One of the worms that affects this maize, it can also be a pest. It is called fall armyworm. Fall armyworm it mostly affects native tropical and subtropical regions of different parts of the country. And also fall armyworm, they prefer densely populated fields, densely planted fields. So if they see that this field is maybe you have 7 acres of land, and you haven't spaced your plants. We are talking about maize. You haven't spaced your maize. So through this, the armyworm will be able to attack your plants very easily because they prefer this kind of areas. So when growing your maize, you should ensure that it is spaced nicely. And then the armyworms, they feed on the maize leaves. This affects the maize generally, and it can lead to armyworms can even they can attack your farm and finish everything in that farm because they are coming in large numbers.
Oh, they're only attacking the leaves?
They are attacking the leaves of the plant, and then they get their names. These are armyworms. What comes in your mind when you hear army?
Okay, see, sasa tu ni hawa the soldiers.
Yeah, what do the soldiers do?
They attack.
And what do they go like when the soldiers they march? And
they attack and they march.
Yeah, so they were given that kind of name as armyworms because they march. When they are going to attack, they march. They go in in groups. So
Uh-huh.
due to their matching, they go to the field and then they eat everything in that field. It is a very big enemy that has made many farmers lose a lot of plants and lose a lot of profits. Yeah.
Okay, so that means killing them is so easy. Now
Yes.
that they just match, you'll always find them together.
It is not killing them is not easy because they are many.
Oh, okay.
If you hear army,
Uh-huh.
that is a lot of worms.
Yeah.
And they get rid of everything that is in your field. So that is very stressful.
They
to
make your
farmers.
maize look unhealthy.
Yeah. So these kind of worms are very dangerous to farmers, to the plants, and they ensure that the yields of the farmers are low. And to avoid this kind of thing, make sure that while planting a maize, ensure that there is proper spacing. Yeah.
So that they don't match from one maize to another easily.
Yes, and also the proper spacing is not only advantageous towards getting rid of these army worms. No, they are not only that. There are many other advantages that are related to this, and we were also talking about yesterday about this kind of spacing, and we will always tell you this: space your crops, because it can prevent the both crops from competing for the same nutrients,
Yeah.
and also this can help the plants to be more resistant to pests. Yeah.
Okay. At least I've learned about the armyworms. I didn't know they match.
They match.
They match to your crops
Yeah.
and they deal with their leaves seriously. Okay.
You know what I mean by they match? Like they move from one field to another.
Yeah.
So they come to this field. When they are bored with that field, they are satisfied, they move to another field.
Do you know what comes into your mind when you talk about armyworms matching? I'm just seeing them like one following another. They are making a string. That's what comes into my mind. Another type of pest is called corn earworms. Corn earworms. Actually, you just hear the name corn, you know we are talking about maize.
Yes.
And maize can also be called corn. Ni ile tu in our country we are used to calling it maize.
Yeah.
Now, this type of pest, they are common pest of corn, especially on sweet corn varieties. They feed on the silk and kernels of a corn, making it marketable. When I talk about sweet corn, definitely you know what I mean. Like those corns that we use to make popcorns. Those ones are sweet corns. I think in Kenya, the only sweet corn that I know is for popcorns. Maybe if there are other types of sweet corns in our country, you can tell us in the comment section. Yeah, so corn earworms attack sweet corns mostly. They don't love these other type of maize. Zile tu za popcorn, they love attacking such type of corns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so
have you ever seen a corn plant? Like, yeah, the ones for popcorns.
They are
They're
corn plants for popcorn.
Yeah, like the seeds that you use to plant your maize and then it comes out as corns, those corns now you use them for popcorns. Because definitely, see, when you want to eat popcorns, you have to prepare them. What do you prepare? See the corns.
Yes. But I've never seen that kind of a plant. I've only seen maize. Yes.
Actually, the corn plant ile ya popcorn somehow zinafanana tu na the maize ya kawaida. I've seen them. I've not been keen on how it's harvested, but I've seen the plant. Yeah, but it's just the same as the maize ones. It's only that now when you have those corns for popcorns, definitely when you're having them and you're planning to sell them as popcorns, you'll get a lot of profit. You see, unajua the corn for popcorns, definitely you can prepare. You get to have so much popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have learned a lot from that. You have learned about that kind of pest. That takes us to our next pest, that is the European corn borer. You know, the European corn borer, they also act as the ones you just mentioned right now, and the larvae bore into the stalk and ear of the corn,